Howdy, PT37 here. This is Reloaded Thoughts number 2. Today we're going to talk about 300 Blackout, a new pistol to me, and going to ask you guys your opinions on shoulder holsters. So, first off, I want to reload 38 Special today. So I want to go ahead and get started on that. I just got some brass. I don't even know what brand it is. It's just some old brass I got from somewhere. Couldn't tell you where, but anyway, got it all matching head stamps, and then I got some of these primers, but I'd never even heard of these primers, but I bought quite a few of them. Been reloading on them for a while, so loading 38 with those primers, and then I'm loading 4.7 grains of Winchester 231 under a 158 grain berries plated bullet. This is like my go-to blink and load for 38s. I'm not really too worried about accuracy, but this load gets me I like to shoot it out of my Henry. Didn't get that primer quite seated good, but I like to shoot it out of my Henry suppressed, and this is just below the supersonic threshold. So it's great for shooting armadillos, for shooting coons, whatever happens across my path when I got that Henry with me. Armadillos, man, if you guys have never shot suppressed much, and I don't know if you guys got armadillos where you live, but man, shooting an armadillo suppressed sounds like shooting a water jug. It's just like bloop, bloop, bloop. It sounds so funny. Every time I shoot one, I just laugh because it just sounds so hilarious. But anyway, enough of that. So let's talk about what I'd like to talk about today. So I want to start off with 300 Blackout. What are you guys' thoughts on 300 Blackout? Feel free to comment down below what you think. But so when I got into suppressors, everybody just goes on and on about 300 Blackout. So I was placed an order for a 30 cal suppressor a couple years ago, and then I decided I was gonna get a 300 Blackout AR because they're cheap enough. Like I'll just build me a pistol, 9-inch AR, and that's what I did. And I really like it. It's fun to shoot. It's not cheap to reload for. And it's a pain in the butt to reload for. I don't know if you guys reload 300 Blackout, but man, I hate it. It just sucks. I don't know if I just got some weird dies. I mean, I get Lee dies all the time. I've never had an issue with them. But I never had a stuck case until I started reloading 300 Blackout. And I've had probably 4 or 5 of them with 300 Blackout. And now I will say most of them was the same brass head stamp. So I don't think that was coincidence, but still, I really gotta work over the press when I'm reloading 300 Blackout. I don't know, it could just be my dies, but I got a new expander, like the sizing die. I got the new neck expander because I had one case get stuck in it and I could not get it out. So I didn't get a new die. I just replaced the expander part that goes in the neck, and it seemed a little bit better, but not much. I mean, I think I've still had a couple of cases stuck since then. On paper, 300 Blackout's fine. It's good. Berries make some reasonably priced bullets for it, but it's still not super cheap to reload for. But what my dilemma is that now I have a 9mm silencer, and I got me a 350 Legend AR upper I built for that, and really I can't, after getting into 350 Legend, I've not really even got into it, but a friend of mine did, and I've messed with his enough, and then I built one just on an AR. I'm not the biggest AR guy, but they're cheap to build stuff, for stuff like that to just kind of try out. So I built one. It was pretty cheap and got like $200 in it. Maybe a little bit more, but more like $250. But anyway, so I got a 300 Blackout bolt gun. I mean, I'm thinking about getting rid of it to get a 350 Legend bolt gun, because I can't think of anything that 300 Blackout will do that 350 Legend won't do. I mean, we shot them side by side suppressed with subsonics. The 350 Legend sounded quieter to both of us. We both traded off, me and my buddy, and shot each other's guns and suppressed. And the 350 Legend sounded noticeably quieter. And I thought the 300 Blackout was stupid quiet as it was. So I thought it was quieter. It shoots a bigger bullet, not only bigger in grain weight, but bigger diameter. So, and then also when you load it with supers, you get essentially 30-30 power. I mean, I think it's actually like spot on with 30-30. Like energy wise and stuff, and real similar ballistics. And I mean, I'm sure 30-30 is just a smidge flatter. But as far as power goes, I think they're spot on, whereas the 300 Blackout does fall a little short. It's getting close, but I don't know. I just, like, am I crazy for wanting to get rid of my 300 Blackout and get a 350 Legend? I mean, I'm not going to get out of 300 Blackout. I got a 9-inch AR upper, and that thing ain't worth nothing. So I'm for sure just going to keep that just to play around with. But my Ruger American 300 Blackout I'm thinking about just selling it and getting me the same gun but in 350 Legend. Just let me know what you think of that. Like, if you think I should, if you think I shouldn't. I mean, it's mainly just a plinking gun, and I can load 300 Blackout just a smidget cheaper than 350 Legend, just because Barry's makes plated bullets for it that are a little bit cheaper. But Barry seems to be coming out with new stuff, so it would not surprise me if they ended up coming out with a 350 Legend bullet. If they come out with a 350 Legend bullet, I'm probably for sure going to do it, because that's really my only hang up right now, is that 300 Blackout is just a little bit cheaper. Now for that, so what's new in my world? I mentioned I got a new pistol to me, so it is not a new gun by no means, but if you read the description, you already know what it is, but I'll get it down here and show you. So this is a Smith & Wesson Gen 3 double action, single action pistol. It's a 5906. It's got the adjustable rear sight on it, which I think is pretty cool. And it's just in really good shape. I mean, you can tell it's used, obviously, but I don't know that it was a police gun. I mean, it could have been, but I mean, as far as I know, it's not. But it's just kind of a cool old gun. I mean, I'm kind of getting into older guns the older I get, and also, I mean, I got plenty of other stuff. So, and the new stuff just don't really do it for me anymore. I mean, I still like it, but I don't know, like, older guns just got soul. You know what I mean? It's just cool. So, and you don't ever see these things where I live at. I've seen maybe one or two since I've been paying attention. And I don't know, I just think they're kind of cool. Now, this dude's heavy. It weighs as much as my K frames, my 4-inch K frame 357s, unloaded. 35 ounces unloaded. That's a hefty dude. And then loaded with a 17-round mag. So it came with a Metgar 17-round mag. Loaded, it weighs 45 ounces. I mean, that's hefty for a semi-auto pistol. But it's a really, I mean, if you're looking for a safe gun, like I can't think of a gun that's probably more safe than this. Like, it's got the magazine disconnect, it's got the safety up here, and then you flip it off, and then you still got a long double action first pull. So, I mean, it's just kind of a cool gun for me. I'm probably not going to do much with it. I might carry it occasionally. I thought about getting a shoulder holster for it, and that's bring me to shoulder holsters. I know it sounds kind of goofy, but on TikTok, if you guys have seen Dexter, the show, Dokes on there, Sergeant Dokes, man, I've been seeing Dokes edits on TikTok, and he just got that dang shoulder holster, and it's been a while since I watched Dexter, but man, I don't know why, but that's just got me wanting a shoulder holster. And now I got that old gun, that old Smith & Wesson 5906. I'm like, man, that might be kind of a cool gun to get a shoulder holster for. That or like my Beretta 92 or, there's another gun I was thinking about. Maybe one of my revolvers. But if you guys got shoulder holsters, let me know, because I've never messed with one. I don't know what to look for. I mean, I know Tim Sundles on the Buffalo Boar channel talks about his Ready Rig with Simply Rugged. Yeah, that seems like a good option, but I think that's more geared towards like outdoors carry. Like I might try out one of those for my 480 Ruger, my 6.5 inch. I think it'd be good for something like that. But I just kind of want something to, I don't know, just something I could concealed carry once in a while, and just, you know, if I'm just going out to the range or something, or just feel like putting it on, you know, just to look cool, feel like I'm a detective back in the 80s or something. You know, half of this hobby is just looking cool, feeling cool, having cool stuff. So yeah, so let me know what you think on the shoulder holsters. But back to the pistol, I want to start filming some on it, and I think my review on that, I think I want to call it the DASA we have at home. I think because, not that it's, I mean, if you get the meme, you know, like, it's like, yeah, you know, like your parents when you're growing up, it's like, hey, can we go to McDonald's? It's like, no, we got McDonald's at home, and it's like leftover hamburgers or whatever, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's kind of how the Smith & Wesson is. It's like, not that it's a bad gun, nothing's wrong with it. Back in its heyday, it was a good gun by all accounts, and it was one of the first Wonder 9s. So it's got a lot going for it, but it just kind of fell out of favor. Like, you know, nobody talks about it. I didn't even know they was around for a while. You know, even after I got into guns for a while, I was like, the heck, Smith & Wesson made these dudes? Like, I mean, obviously I know now, but a lot of people don't know. I mean, a lot of people, if you ask them about the Beretta 92 or SIG 226, they'll be like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But if you ask them about a Smith & Wesson 39, they're just going to look at you like you got two heads or something. So I just feel like that's kind of what it is. It's just like a double action we got at home. It's just nobody just dying to get one. Nobody really dreams of one. But I think they're cool guns, and they're slept on. I mean, that was $380. And you can't touch a Beretta 92 or a SIG 226 for that. Yeah, you might be able to find a Beretta 92 that was been at the bottom of the ocean for a month or two for that price. But other than that, you know, you're not going to get one for much under $500, if that. So I want to do some videos with that, and I think I want to use that some as my testing gun for ammo, because mainly I want to see if it'll run different kinds of ammo. I know the Beretta 92 will, and I know my Glocks will, but I think that'll be a good one to test different hollow points out of. So, because if it'll run out of that gun, you know, back when a lot of these hollow points weren't around, and I have heard some stories about that gun being a little picky when it comes to some hollow point ammo. So if it'll run out of that, chances are it'll run out of most things. I want to try to get better about doing some ammo tests. Haven't really done much of that. I've just done some of my reloading stuff, but I'd like to start buying factory ammo, like defensive ammo, and doing more reloading or ammo tests. So, and I put a poll out the other day. I thank all 2 people for voting. Really appreciate the participation. But so with that in mind, all 2 people voted to use denim on the testing with the ballistic gel for defensive stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start for defensive, like concealed carry or duty style hollow points. I want to put 5 layers of denim up and shoot it into the gel. And for my reloading or hunting stuff, I think I'm just going to leave it bare gel, because, I mean, obviously a deer or whatever animal isn't going to be wearing 5 layers of denim. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I ought to put something up. But then again, it's like I'm going to be shooting animals with those loads, or I'm intending to. So I feel like the gel is to just kind of get a good idea of if it's going to be okay or not. So that's kind of my thought, is to just leave a bare gel just to have a consistent, fair, like constant with all my hunting loads. And then that way I can just get a general idea of like, is this going to put like my 357 Magnum rifle loads I shot, those bullets like all but blew up. So like that one, I don't think it really would have mattered if I had anything there or not. I know that that's like the very edge of what I want to do with that bullet out of that gun. So that's kind of more what I'm looking for with that kind of stuff. So I think I'll just leave it at that, and then the defensive loads, I'll do the 5 layers of denim. And that way it's more comparable to what the FBI is doing. Well, I've rambled about all I can ramble, I think, of today. Talked about 300 Blackout, my new pistol, shoulder holsters, and my ballistic testing. So covered a lot of ground, I feel like. But anyway, if you got any input or opinions on anything I talked about, please feel free to comment, and please like, subscribe. I appreciate all of it, and read all the comments. I try to reply to every one of them. And just appreciate you guys watching, and just tune in next week.